Guys, back with another video here. We're doing a wizard build based around Archon with a ton of cooldown reduction. This is fairly gear dependent. You can certainly get by without it, but it's definitely gonna, the more cooldown reduction you get, the better. If you've got 4-piece Veer set, which I do not, I have the boots right there. 4-set bonus. Archon gains the effect of every rune. That's kind of what you're going to want to go for, but if you don't have all that, it's not a necessity, but it definitely is a heck of a bonus. But you can certainly run around with this, have a bunch of fun. The build is pretty simple, but you're going to need a couple items that are really going to help out. Mirror Ball. Secondary right there. Magic Missile fires 2 extra missiles. This can roll 1, which kind of sucks. You're going to want one that runs 2, and you'll be shooting out 3 there, just like that. So this is a fairly gear-dependent build, but it's also something you have to look for. You'll see there in the primary stats, reduces cooldowns of all skills by 8%. Rolled that again on our Thunder Fury here. And of course, you're going to go ahead and max out your cooldown reduction in your Paragon points. And another passive there. So you're going to, try and find gear that has the cooldown reductions on it, and even use the gem in your helm, which you probably thought, hey, I might not use that. But this is certainly a build that you can build. There's other builds out there that are built around cooldown reduction. I know the Crusader especially. But here's a build that can be a lot of fun. Magic Missile with Conflagrate. This is going to shoot out fire. Well, you just saw it right there. And it's going to be able to pierce stuff, so you're going to be knocking down a bunch of stuff with that. Next skill, I'm running Archon. This is on my right click just because that's how I like to set it up. If you don't have the 4-piece bonus, you're obviously not going to get this rune, which decreases the cooldown to 100 seconds. So you're going to need to click on it. You're going to need to use Pure Power, and you're going to need to use this. It goes from 120 seconds to 100 seconds, and you'd much rather have a cooldown 20 seconds less, and you're going to be taking the percentage off of that. So you're going to be focusing on, you're going to be using Archon a lot. Our cooldown is not near as long. This is going to be up for 20 seconds, and we're going to have a downtime of maybe 40 seconds, I believe, is what we have currently. The rest of your skills, teleport with Wormhole, because you're going to need to get out of danger any other time. You're only going to have one main attack when you're not running Archon. That's a good one to just stay out of danger in general. The rest are going to look pretty familiar. Most wizards are running with all of these in pretty much every build. Magic Weapon with Force Weapon increases the damage bonus of Magic Weapon to 20%, and that's on your weapon there. Energy Armor, if you have enough gear, if you have enough toughness, certainly run Pinpoint Barrier for the extra 5% crit hit chance. Else, go ahead and rock Prismatic Armor. This increases your resistances by 25%, which is a pretty big boost there. Plus the main part there that increases your armor. But it decreases your max arcane power, but you're not going to be using it, so it doesn't matter. Familiar with Spark Flint. That's going to grant you 10% increased damage. And of course it's going to be firing out. In the middle there you'll see one tiny little streak shooting out there on the tail end. Audacity you can certainly run with something else, but your main attack on Archon, you're going to be, preferably, you're going to be, headbutting everything in front of you, which is your left click. You can certainly run the Disintegration Wave, but you're going to use the strike here, and you're just going to headbutt everything. And keep in mind when you are in there, you're going to certainly want to make sure and just mash the 1 key. And we're already at. You're going to mash the 1 key because it's going to explode around you. You want to just hit that. It's not going to interrupt your spell, so just keep rocking that. Audacity, you can go another direction. Here's one that is definitely going to be required for this build. Evocation, reduce all cooldowns by 20%. Definitely a must-have if you're relying on cooldown reduction. Elemental Exposure, because we're running a couple different spells here, especially if you were running all of the Archon runes, you're going to do the extra damage there. And Blur, just because you are going to be in a little bit more danger at various points, so you're going to want to take less damage, so that's a good thing to have around. So you got a little bit of defense there, a little bit of defense there, and we'll put this in action. As you can see, we casted that a few seconds ago, it's already back up. So we're going to go in here. Actually, we got this already up, so we'll just go here, and we're going to go around headbutting everything. Our main attack for most of the trash mobs, that's the Magic Missile there with Conflagrate. And we didn't even have our buffs up. And that's how easy stuff went down. So you can just kind of sit back, fire away, and stuff's just going to melt down. It's piercing everything, it's going through it, it's doing a lot of damage. It's a pretty awesome thing to have. This is the main reason you want to have the mirror ball around, because you're going to be shooting 3 instead of 1, which is a huge boost. So definitely, if you can get a mirror ball. I spent probably 1,500 to 2,000 blood shards on Kadala, and I finally got it, which I was pretty excited about. Got the here, we'll go ahead and pop this. This is the thing. You're going to go in here. You're going to mash the 1 key while you're clicking on stuff, and surely you've used Archon at some point. So you should already be familiar with the abilities. Just going around smashing everything. And the good thing is, the more gear that you have that's going to be have the cooldown reduction, that's going to come around even quicker. So the more you can get that, the better. You're going to see we're already halfway there. And click on something here real quick. Let's get these guys off of me. My cooldown reduction is 46.36, and remember, it's not additive, it is multiplicative, so it's not going to go up a pure 8%, but my mirror ball, I got a max 8% on that. The weapon, I got an 8 on that. I might try and re-roll that at some point, but not going to worry about it too much. And you're going to try and find it on other gear that you have. The Captain, Crimson Captain set out there, that has cooldown reduction on it, so if you can farm that up. It's been a pain in the ass for me to sit there and farm the mats. The guy that spawns doesn't spawn that often. There's actually 2 guys. I just don't have the patience for it. I farmed up a couple this afternoon. Spent way too much time, didn't like it. So there's definitely different ways. There's another set out there that has the cooldown reduction on it, so there's different ways to get that. You're going to want to stack this. 46% isn't anything great, but it's a good start, and it's a lot of fun to sit here and run around with Archon a lot. So if you guys want to stick around, we're going to melt down some more elites. But this is the build. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, guys, happy hunting, and let's keep this thing rolling.